Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Sanya Aluwalia. Today I'll be making a very beautiful peacock rakhi with the help of only these papers. I'm going to take very thin stripes of paper. You can decide the width according to yourself. I would suggest only 1/4 of an inch here. And to make your life a little easier, just try to cut it along the longer length of the paper and then hold it together, fold them and cut it in the middle. And if you think this is too tiresome of a task for you, I would also suggest you can buy some quilling papers for yourself. This technique is called quilling. So you don't really have to cut these papers. These are already available in the market. But since I wanted to do it from scratch for those who doesn't know how to do it, this video is going to cover that all. And now with the help of Fevicol, I'm going to just join them together to make a longer trail of a paper. I'm going to be very consistent with the color coding here. I'll start with purple in the middle, then I'll go with blue, peach, yellow and then green. And I'll make sure that I'm going to use the same pattern throughout my peacock's feather. So in total I have 5 colors. You can decide the color and color coding according to what your choice is. And with the help of a needle, I'll just wrap the paper around it, or I'll just make very tight cylindrical circles around the needle. This process of course is called quilling. All you need to ensure is that you're not leaving the paper loose during the quilling process. And once you've made a circle out of it, you'll just have to leave it a little loose to give it a proper width of your choice, and then give it a droplet like structure like I'm doing right now. And now you can seal the loose end of your feather with the help of any glue or Fevicol that you have at your place. I've repeated this process for around 8 times, so you can decide how many feathers you would be needing in your peacock. And now I've created a few more tiny feathers which are blue in color. You can decide the color again, but I would suggest take a color which is already present in the main feathers. Now we'll be making the neck of the peacock using the longest possible paper which you have. So I'll be cutting these paper along the longer length and then pasting them without cutting this time. And this color coding will remain same in this case as well. And since the length this time is double the length of the feather, you can open it double the size of your feather and try to make a shape which is a little bit of triangle, but it's like a curvy triangle. I'm going to use cardboard as my base and I'll paste the structure over it so that it'll remain intact. You can try to experiment more according to your choice with these feathers, because I think it's gonna look very beautiful however you arrange it. And to make my peacock a little more symmetrical, I'm going to use tiny feathers inside and the longer feathers outside. To make the face of the peacock, I'll be using exactly the same length as I used in my bigger feathers, and I'll be just quilling it around similar to how I've done before, but this time I'll leave the green part open a little bit and I'll fold it from the opposite end as well towards the face of the peacock, so it'll make my peak. And now we'll be making the beautiful crests out of the thinnest possible size of the paper. So I'm taking 3 pieces. You can take as many as you want. So these will come over the top of the peacock's head and you'll just have to quill it a little bit to give it the proper shape. I'll just do a very rough sketch on the cardboard so that I don't move these pieces when I'm joining it with the help of Fevicol. And now the base of the peacock is ready. You can cut it out and try to paste it over the thread. And to give it a little more a blingy look, I'm going to utilize this cloth which is already present in my house. This is completely optional because it's not necessary you'll have the same kind of thing at your place, but you can try to explore if you have something which will make it a little more shiny, but it is of course optional. And I'll be covering the thread from behind as well. This is again optional, but it will make your piece look a little more beautiful. And tada, our Rakhi is all ready to be used. If you like this Rakhi, let me know in the comments down below. And if you're looking for more paper quilling, home decor or crafts related ideas, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.